I used to believe Masha was a monster in the EXP lane. Strong, tanky, and unstoppable. But the deeper I went into solo queue, the clearer it became. That's the worst place to use her. The truth is, Masha isn't built to sit in lane trading farm with fighters. Her real strength lies in creating chaos, pressuring squishy targets, and turning fights in your team's favor. Something you can't fully unleash stuck in the EXP lane. Once you understand her true potential and how the current meta works, you'll realize why locking her there is not just a mistake. It's wasting one of the most impactful heroes in the game. So yeah, guys, you heard me right. Masha is actually better in the roam role now than in the EXP lane. Of course, it's still up to you if you prefer using her in the EXP lane, especially if that's where you're more comfortable or if you win more there. But right now, since Moonton seems to be highlighting the roam lane, we might as well take full advantage of the update they gave us. I mean, come on, this update is really good, and who knows, Moonton might adjust it again in the future. That's why, when this update was released, I immediately started thinking about which heroes could make it overpowered. And yes, I came up with a lot of ideas, like Aldous, Zetian, and YSS in the roam role. Why? Because with Moonton's new roam update, whenever you gain vision of your enemies, you get an additional 30 gold and extra EXP. So just imagine those three using their ultimates. Boom. Global vision. So yeah, I'll be making videos like that soon, and I just hope my credit score doesn't go down for being a scientist in this game. So here, we decided to secure the turtle, with Argus taking the role of our core. Not only did we successfully claim the turtle, but Argus also managed to take down Hellcurt right after. A huge play that instantly gave us the momentum and a strong early game advantage. So yeah, guys, our build for Masha in this game is full damage, and you guessed it right, I'm going for the one-hit build. The enemy team is pretty squishy here, but even if they were tanky, I'd still stick with the one-hit setup because I can still melt them down. It's just a bonus when they're all soft targets. But before I even lock in Masha, I always make sure that we have at least one hero who can front line. And in this match, that's Argus. Thanks to his ultimate, which basically makes him immortal, he can definitely handle the front line. That's why the flow of my gameplay here feels so smooth. Or maybe it's because I'm still in low rank. But hey, I'm in Epic 1, and there are still plenty of strong opponents here. So here, our core ended up getting taken down because Paquito kept hiding in the bush. That's why I decided to eliminate him right after, to make sure he pays for it. So when Argus respawned, we went straight for the turtle. I did a great job zoning out Hellcurt, which prevented him from stealing it, and I even managed to secure 2 kills in the process. So yeah, whenever we manage to pick someone off, especially the enemy core, I immediately go for an invade, whether I have teammates with me or not. That's really one of the biggest advantages of my Masha roam setup. I can invade alone, unlike pure supports. I'm not sure if I'm the only one doing this, but I've seen a lot of other players using Masha roam online too. And not just her, but also Natalia and Hellcurt. I've already tried it with Natalia, but I haven't tested it with Hellcurt yet. I think I'll give that a shot too. And hey, I know I keep promising to make videos about these kinds of strategies in the future, but end up not doing them. So to motivate me to actually follow through, please hit that subscribe button. So yeah, guys, if you've noticed, most of the clips I record are from replays and not real-time gameplay. I'm really sorry about that. It's just that whenever I try to record while playing, my phone lags badly and it affects my performance. My phone's pretty old and only has 64 gigabytes of storage. But still, that's not enough to stop me from creating content every day. As long as my phone can still handle it, I'll keep pushing and keep fighting. Another reason why I prefer using damage roam is because it's hard to rely too much on teammates, especially in low rank. Marksmen like Mia, Layla, and Hanabi, for example, have a very low chance of carrying games. I've tried everything to help them. Babysitting, giving space, doing my best to make them strong. But it still doesn't work. I've been a roam main for a long time, and honestly, I can't remember a single time one of those 3 carried the match. It's always been bad memories. Of course, I'm not saying all of them are like that. I'm just sharing my experience. That's exactly why I started using damage heroes in the support role, so I don't have to rely on them anymore. And with the new Roam update, we can even end up richer than the marksman, which means there's now a much higher chance we can carry the game instead of relying on an MM who, even after being babysat, still deals no damage in the late game. Honestly, I don't even know why it happens, but that's just the reality. So yeah, guys, whenever I'm using Masha, my main goal and mindset are always to target and eliminate the squishy enemies, and to put constant pressure on the enemy core. If you succeed at doing those two things, your chances of winning skyrocket. And you know me, I always go for the kill if it's worth it. Simply put, think of it like this. Imagine you're a kid, and someone takes one piece of candy from you. Your mindset shouldn't just be to get that candy back. It should be to take two from them instead. That's exactly the kind of mentality you need to have in order to win. So yeah, whenever I use Masha in the EXP lane, I really struggle, and I'm not even sure why. This season is actually the first time I've tried playing her there, and every time I do, it feels difficult. The main problem is that when your HP gets low, you need jungle creeps to refill your HP bars and activate Masha's regen. But in the EXP lane, the only jungle creeps available are the crab, lizard, and fire beetle. And of course, the enemy usually takes those. When that happens, you end up with nothing to hit to trigger her regen, so you're forced to recall just to restore her 3 HP bars. That's why it's such a struggle for me. Or maybe I'm just not good at playing EXP. I don't know. Compared to other EXP heroes, it's not that hard, but when it comes to Masha, it really is challenging for me. That's why I highly recommend playing Masha as a roamer instead. Since you're constantly rotating around the map, you'll encounter more jungle creeps to use for regen. So yeah, as you can see here, we're now capable of getting instant kills. And for me, Sky Piercer is hands down the best item for that. If you want to snowball early, build Sky Piercer first. It's like having an execute that activates automatically. Plus, I really love the visual effect it gives every time you secure a kill. That sword appearing feels like a free elimination animation, which makes every takedown even more satisfying. So here, I just went straight for a tower dive because, with 3 HP bars, the tower doesn't really affect me that much. It almost feels like I'm cheating, right? That's why Masha fits my playstyle perfectly. She's just insanely overpowered. And if you want to follow my build, you better take notes. My final item is Blade of Despair. And yes, I don't build counter items or defensive items at all, because for me, those 3 HP bars are more than enough to smash through enemies without worrying too much about survivability. Did you see how I scratched Layla once and she instantly disappeared from the map? Yep, that's how painful this build is. I've noticed that most recommended builds include Sea Halberd, but you know me. I'm built different. Of course, if you want to swap out one of the items in my build for that, go ahead. It's totally up to you and how you want to play. So yeah, I think this is where the game ends. Nice game, Legends. If you enjoyed this gameplay and want to see more builds and strategies like this, make sure to check out the video on your screen and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content.